Tonight focuses on wealthy women. Another record year for women on the list of richest people in the world. Nearly 200 of them on the latest Forbes list. Moira Forbes will join us in just a moment to talk about that. But first, Stacey Delicat has more on what's making it all possible.
Oprah is one, so is fashion designer Tory Burch and Hewlett-Packard CEO Meg Whitman. We're talking about members of a very elite club, the Billionaires Club.
Female billionaires are growing at 27% faster than their male counterparts, and they're growing rapidly in all areas of the world, the U.S., Europe, and Asia.
A report by UBS and PricewaterhouseCoopers looked at the changing faces of billionaires and found they include way more women today than 20 years ago. In 1995, there were 22 women billionaires around the world. In 2014, there were more than 6 times that, 145. The report dubs it the Athena effect. UBS's head of ultra-high net services and private wealth management, John Matthews, explains what's behind it.
Females are taking a more active role in family businesses. They are really involved in the wealth creation part of the family business. And so maybe in the past they took more of a secondary role, but today it's more of a decision-making role of the family business.
Women involved in family businesses include Alice Walton, the daughter of Walmart's founder, and the heiress to L'Oreal, Lillian Bettencourt. The report finds the biggest growth in female billionaires is in Asia, something Matthews attributes to better education of girls there in recent decades. But there's something else at play, too.
Just think of the trailblazers in society today. There's so many more women that are notable people in politics, in business, and in sports. And I think they're having a dramatic impact on how women today think that they can succeed.
This report was a follow-up to a 2014 report, and another update is expected to come out later this year. The researchers predict the faces of billionaires will continue to change and include more diverse, younger, more exciting faces going forward. In the newsroom, I'm Stacey Delicat. Ernie, back to you.
Stacey, thank you very much for that. Let's continue to talk about it with someone who knows all about women billionaires. You know, you've got the list right there. Moira Forbes, Executive VP, Forbes Media and Publisher. Nice to have you here, Moira.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you do a lot of research on this thing, so we see that the women are outpacing the men when it comes to becoming billionaires. What's going on?
It's a really positive trend. The number of female billionaires in the past 2 decades has increased 7-fold versus 5-fold for men. So while women are gaining ground around the world, they're making more money, they're controlling more wealth, it's exciting. But it's also still a very low base. Of the world's billionaires, only 11% are women.
11.
The majority are still, but growing. The majority
Absolutely.
are still men over the age of 60, but I think it's an exciting trend for women around the world, and it shows the ways in which women are advancing and wielding power in new ways.
Absolutely. A lot of women are becoming entrepreneurs. Some of them are going into family businesses as well. We hear a lot about that.
We're seeing a really positive trend in the rise of female entrepreneurs around the world. Women who are striking out on their own in technology, real estate, and retail, building big businesses. They're also leading very large family dynasties, particularly in Asia, not just resting on the laurels of a family business, but building on that legacy, and with that, building on their wealth.
Yes, and more what we're seeing here is a mentality, you know, being dependable, being prepared, being aggressive, being determined to becoming successful here.
Being successful requires grit, resilience, and determination, and you see that as a key quality, especially for women who often still face huge barriers, still face big obstacles in getting ahead and even starting businesses. So that, I think, makes great qualities for entrepreneurs, but also makes women really well positioned to do well.
What are we going to see as far as women billionaires of the future in terms of their diversity, younger, or whatever?
I think we're going to see the numbers grow in a meaningful way, and the pace of that growth to really accelerate. We're going to see a lot around the world, particularly in Asia. We're also going to see a lot of women in technology rising in the ranks, but you're also going to see that the age of billionaires around the world is going to continue to be on the decline. Years ago, if you were young, that was seen as a liability. Now that's seen as a positive. You're an early adopter, you're digital first, and a lot of people want to invest in that, and a lot of money to be made in businesses around that.
A lot of good things happening out there. Keep a list for us, okay? You always do with Forbes magazine. Come back and see her again, okay?
Thanks so much.
Moira Forbes, thanks for joining us tonight.